How's it going, everybody? It's Pete J for Pete J Play on Twitch, Pete_J on YouTube. I'm running a little test here. The last two broadcasts, or last two streams, I should say. The last two streams I've tried to do, you won't see on my stream because for some reason, it seems to be hanging up visually. I think the audio continues to play, but it's not playing. It's just kind of series of you know, series of still images. It kind of plays a little bit, and then it kind of locks up the image, and then and nothing seems to happen. So the last thing that I streamed that worked was Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. So I thought what I would do is I'm going to try some things out. I'm going to come back in here. We'll try and knock out these two projects here, and then what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and close down. And I'm going to try and load up Hunter Call of the Wild and go through that one again because that was one of the ones where it seemed to really kind of hang up. So controlling car feels loose, loud when accelerating. So that's an exhaust problem and a suspension problem. Let's go and speed this up. We're going to take it to the test path real quick. What's your issue over here, brother? General gearbox control and repair. Driver struggling to find gears, grinding and shaking from the gearbox. Well, we know what that is, folks. I'm going to try to turn my mouse down a little bit too because it's a little quick. Alright, well, we can get this up in the air. We'll drop the drivetrain and then we'll go run the... what are we looking like in our inventory? Oh, that's all stuff for... This is all stuff for our Chieftain TBX over there in the corner. I don't know if I have an empty... that's alright. It's just a drive shaft. We're just going to pull the drive shaft right here. Alright. So we dropped the drive shaft. We're going to go check this out on the test path. It looks kind of like it's going to be the rear suspension, but we'll go ahead and test it out just to make sure. And then obviously the being loud, that's going to be exhaust. So front brakes look okay, 70%. That's not bad at all. Rear brakes also yellow in the 70s, so not bad on the brakes. So let's take a look at the suspension now. Front suspension first. Alright, 62, but not bad. It's going to be rear, so that's what I thought. Alright. Well, that seemed weird, because that doesn't seem bad at all. Control. Leaf spring U-bolt, loud when accelerating. Alright, well, we'll put you back up on 2. Gearbox for a I4 rear wheel drive. No thank you. We need to take the starter off first. That's why it's yelling at us. Got to do that from the engine bay. Alright, yeah, so I've been having problems streaming. I don't know why, but like I said, I'm just going to kind of run through a couple of games right here this afternoon, see if we can't get... So far, I think it looks good. So far, so good, I should say. So, but I had some problems with Hunter Call of the Wild. I haven't been on that game in a long time, so that might be part of the issue, is that I hadn't been on it for a really long time. Release bearing, pressure plate, clutch plate, and the flywheel. All right, let's take stuff over to the bench, see what we can fix. All right, well, neither of those things, I don't believe, fall within the realm of needing to be fixed. What's the percentage? The percentage is 47, and the was 49%, I believe, right? Yeah, 49%. So we're not going to change that out, but we are going to go ahead and grab some new parts. We need gearbox. We need an i4 rear wheel drive, that one right there. We need a flywheel. We need a clutch plate. We need a clutch pressure plate and clutch release bearing. All right, let's do this. All right, flywheel, clutch plate, clutch pressure plate, clutch release bearing, i4 rear wheel drive. Drive shaft. All right, we gotta lower the van and we're gonna put the starter back into it. But then I think we should be done with this project. We'll put this starter back here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oop. All right, so general gearbox control and repair, got those done. Driver struggling to find gears, we got that done. And grinding and shaking from the gearbox, we got that done. Go ahead and shut the hood. All right, we're gonna move you to the test path for a second. And we're gonna grab you and we're gonna put you in 4, or 3, I should say. The custom Delray, that's like a rebuild. He bought that, and it's missing a lot of parts. So once I get that spot open, I'm going to put that Delray next to the car we're currently working on. You're done now. You can actually be picked up. So there's that. There you go. You're out the door. Here we go with you. And you have exhaust issues and you got suspension issues, right? Controlling the car feels loose, loud when accelerating. Front exhaust section B. Okay, front exhaust section, that's going to have to get pulled from here. Yeah, looks like we got a middle muffler and an exhaust manifold, which we need to take all of this apart to get to the exhaust manifold, right? Because we need to take that, but we got to take that, and in order to take that, we got to take that. Okay. Yeah, so we got to just take this apart. It's just disassembly. Where's this air filter? 70%, okay. Didn't look that way to me. Couple of bolts. Gotta take off the intake before we can get to the exhaust. Yeah, so this exhaust needs front exhaust section I6B, accessible from under the car. Okay. Oop. And we got a middle muffler. That'll need to be replaced. And we got the front exhaust section for an i6B. Let's see. We'll go and nail this out real quick. Yep. Those two things don't need to be repaired, so I'm not going to spend any money on that. We need a front exhaust section for an i6B, right? Front exhaust section. i6B, that's it right there. We need a middle muffler and exhaust manifold for an i6B. Okay. Middle muffler. Oops, missed a minute. There we go. Middle muffler. And exhaust manifold for an i6B. Exhaust manifold for an i6B right here. There we go. Let's put the engine back together first. And then we connect the front exhaust section to the exhaust manifold, which will work out. See there, just like that. There you go. So that will go in there. Intake manifold, we'll get that put back on. And that way, once we get the thing back up in the air, we won't have to worry about up and down, up and down. So we'll get the carburetor back on. Air filter base, the air filter, air filter, there we go. And the air filter cover, there you go. All right, so that's done. We'll close the hood, get this thing jacked up. Utah. Baseball season's a-coming, folks. Tommy and I are going to get back into Super Mega Baseball 3. Started going through some of the preseason stuff. We lost Billy LeBoink to retirement. He's 41 years old. He's been a solid player for us, so we're gonna miss him. But we kind of thought we'd wind up losing at least one. We do have more than a few. Yeah, see, this doesn't really look all that bad. We thought we would lose a couple of players to retirement, but we only wound up really losing one. We won the championship, and I was also kind of figuring we would start to see carrying out a test drive. Okay. I mean, they don't actually even look all that bad, but maybe I should do a test drive. Let's go ahead and we're going to take care of this here. Leaf spring U-bolts, 10%. We examined them, so we did give them a look while they were on the car. That one's at 13%. Leaf spring plate, 13%. We might be able to fix these up on the bench. So we were kind of surprised. We only lost 2 players. We brought in a couple players. We spent some money, which I don't know how that's going to work out. We didn't get all the players we wanted, but we did get a couple of good ones. I think we got a really good addition to the bullpen. So we're going to have a pretty good reliever coming out. Hopefully he's a long reliever because that's who we gave up to get him. But we'll see. Maybe we have to transition one of our other guys. The middle guy will become the long reliever. The short reliever, the setup guy, he could become the middle reliever, and then adjustments get made. That's all. Okay, so we are missing an outer tie rod, so that's front. Outer tie rod is in the front. but we did handle the back portion. So let's see here. Outer tie rod. That's up front here. So, oh yeah, we can kind of see. Here's the outer tie rod. Inner tie rod looks like it needs replacing as well. Not on the passenger side though. The steering rack may need to be replaced. Although we've got a front end sway bar front end link. Let's pull that. 13%. That's definitely one. We're going to pull this tire. We should have done that to begin with. Since we're working suspension anyway, we should just pull that and get that out of the way. Here's the outer tie rod. We know that's got to get replaced. That's at 14%. We've got inner tie rod. That's at 10%. That steering rack, I think it's going to tell me I got to take it off of the car. Yeah, I got to take it off the car. Well, let's take a... you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it to it. Let's go ahead and pull the rack. Worst case scenario, we just throw it right back on, right? But we take it off and make sure we examine it. Of course, in order to do that, we have to take the outer tie rod off. And these two are not 100%, but steering rack's at 14. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what we can fix over at the bench. Nothing. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to buy the steering rack. We're going to go to 1 by 1. That way we can return the working parts to where they go, because we know that the what was it? The driver's side. The driver's side did not need much work, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll throw the new steering rack in. And then it will automatically give us the best inner and outer tie rod, which are the ones that were on this side. So we'll put that one in. And that one can go in. There you go. Now we'll get, we can throw this tire back up as long as we're done over here. Alright, so now we want to buy a new inner and outer tie rod. Sway bar front end link B. I don't want to make a mistake and buy something I don't need. So let's hold off on that. We do need an inner tie rod. We need an outer tie rod. And then we'll take a double check our parts that we are making sure we're getting the right one. Inner tie rod, outer tie rod. And it is a, yeah, sway bar front end link B, which is what I thought, but always better to be safe than sorry. Again, part of the game is not spending money you don't need to. So the closer you can stay to your client's budget, I think the better you do here. Okay, so that's that. Put the wheel back on. And this is how you get a good name in the industry, because get in, get it done well. All right, controlling the car feels loose. We've taken care of all that. All green check marks. It's loud when accelerating. Okay. Dunsky dooski. All right, we're going to move this now. And we will let the client know they can come pick their vehicle up. Thank you for your service. Out of here. All right, this is the story mission. Again, it's a good-looking car from the outside. Not bad at all. The interior is clean. No doubt about it. Look at this. Look at how pretty that car is, huh? It's a custom Delray. Looks an awful lot like a Chevy Bel Air. Here's the story on this one. Hello, a friend of mine has recommended you as being the expert to go to. Well, I appreciate that. Word of mouth is always a good deal. Anyway, I bought this car at an auction. I guess it was used as parts donor, but I've decided to fix her up, see what parts are missing, and put her back together again, change the oil drain, and refill with new. And as you can see, here is a litany of things that this car needs. We pop this hood. You can see how, first of all, why would you take a car that looks this well and make it a parts donor? That doesn't make sense. But yeah, you can see it's missing cylinders. It does have a crankshaft that looks like it's missing an oil pan. It looks like we can see right through it. So there's no oil pan, no distributor cap, no ignition wires, no. Is there a starter? Yes, there is a starter. Okay. So I think it's pretty whole as far as suspension goes and brakes go. I think those are pretty whole. It's just really the engine that needs work. But again, this will be another time. This was just a test. We went ahead and we nailed those the first two missions. What about this one here? What is this? What do you got going for you? Brake system needs fixing. Pads, caliper, disc ventilated, disc, brake pads. So it's four-wheel disc brakes. Oh, what the heck? Let's do it. All right, we're going to do the brake job on this one, and then we're going to call it a day. We're going to go one by one. It's probably the fastest and easiest way to do it, so we're just going to grab tires. All right, so there's that. We're going to need caliper, brake pads, ventilated brake disc. Actually, maybe we'll just do the front half. All right, caliper. Number is 46%. Caliper. All right, so those are all in good shape as far as that goes. We're going to need two sets of brake pads, I believe. Actually, just one brake pad and one ventilated disc brake. Uh-oh. Brakes. We need one brake pad, one ventilated brake disc. I forgot which side was what. I think the new brake pad disc goes over here. Oops. All right. Brake pad. Let's just check real quick. Brake pad. What if I pull that one and put the other one back on? That's where I'm at right now. Is I didn't pay attention, so now I'm having to check and double check. That does not compute. So pull that off. Put the new one on because I think that's what we're gonna say. Is this one here? And then we're gonna put the caliper on. We got 100% and 56%. Okay, brake caliper, but that does not count the brake pads. So where did I get those brake pads from? Let me pull this real quick. Sorry, folks. Yeah, I should have been paying attention. That's another reason why I wanted to go one at a time, because that way I know I'm not confusing parts, but I did. I confused parts. So we're going to pull this caliper. We're going to pull this brake pads. We're going to put the other brake pads on. These. We're going to put this brake caliper on with that, and that should be okay. That's how we had it the first time, and I think we're going to be all right with that. All right, now we're going to come over here. And this brake disc ventilated was in okay shape. We're going to put new brake pads on it though. We're going to put the caliper and There we go. Okay. All right. So back we go. We're going to go to the back brakes now, and this we will do slowly because I don't want to run into that same situation again. So we'll take it one at a time here. We're going to pull this wheel and tire off. We're going to grab this caliper. Caliper 63 cylinders. I mean, cylinder 63, calipers at 64. Brake pads at 46. That brake disc needs to be replaced. We're going to grab a new brake disc. Boom. And, oh, hello. In the wrong spot. There we go. Okay. Brake disc. Pads are okay. They're 46. They're right at the cutoff, but again, we're not spending money we're not supposed to, so we're just going to fix it and get it out the door. There you go. All right, one more to go. All right. All right. Caliper. Cylinders at 47%, the caliper's at 10%, so we're going to have to take a look at that caliper. The brake pads are at 21, so that'll be replaced, and the brake disc is at 9. I forgot to see if we could fix anything on the bench. I don't think you could fix the discs. That's at 47. Again, I'm not going to mess with it because there's more inclined in breaking the thing and then having to buy a new one, but we do need a caliper, pads, and a disc brake, right? No, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, folks. Caliper, pads, and a disc brake. Okay, that's what I thought. Caliper, pads, brake disc. There we go. Brake disc, brake pad. We got the new caliper with the old cylinder. Throw the wheel back on. All right, let's take a look. Part not discovered. All right. Well, we've done the brakes, and now whatever's left has to be under the hood. So we're talking about the here it is. Anti-lock brake system, the ABS. So we're going to take a look at it, and obviously you can see this is in pretty bad shape. So we're going to pull this off. That's at 5%, and the pump is at 17%. Those two usually can be cleaned up on the bench, so let's see what we can do. There it is, $70 for the pump. Another $117, that would put us at $187. Another $119. What were we at? So we're at 290, 306, I think. 306 is what I'm going to say. Holy crap. Another 115. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. And then the last 21 bucks. And the pump is fixed, which was kind of expensive, but really when you look at it, the ABS pump, it goes for 950 bucks, brand new. Although if we got one, we'd only pay 807. We had to be pretty close. ABS module, $700. We're going to pick it up for $595 because we get the good customer discount. So we get a little bit of a break on parts, which we can pass along to our clients, which they appreciate. So the pump will go in first, and then the module will go on top of that one, and it gets bolted in. And just like that, my friends, everything done for the braking system. Okay. Close the hood. Are we all the way on the ground? No, we are not. Alright, we wanted to do this, though, and move that there. We'll call the client, and we'll let them know they can come get their vehicle. Alright. There you go. So this is the car we're working on here. This is an order we got to do. So we'll next time back we'll start with the Delray Custom. We'll rebuild that engine for them. Sorry, Luke. Killer Clown 1981. Thanks for jumping in, man. I was just gonna sign off though. So we jumped in and we got the Delray Custom. Like I said, that's a story mission, so we're gonna have to rebuild it. And I'm trying out some other stuff. Okay, well, all right. Just for Killer Clown 1981, we're gonna go. We'll go ahead and we'll do the Delray Custom real quick. We're gonna need to do a couple of pistons with con rods. We need 5, so we're gonna need 5 pistons, 5 piston rings. Let's go ahead and throw those in. Then we'll jack it up, and we will put an oil pan on it. So we need 5 of these and 5 piston rings. Yeah, well, the problem is I've been having issues streaming with some of my games. It's been like the picture locks up. So I wanted to jump into Car Mechanic Sim, just test it out, see how it's doing. I was going to jump into Hunter Call of the Wild, because that one, it was locking up real bad. So I was going to jump into that one. But I'll go ahead and I can throw some stuff together here. I enjoy speechifying with people who jump into the chat. It happens so rarely for me. So, so I don't mind it at all, my friend. Thank you. Oh. I haven't been, actually. I bought the new, what is it, New England Mountains, New England Woods, New England Mountains. I bought it when it first came out, and honestly, I haven't been able to get on the thing. Just a brief excursion with my brother-in-law, really. So I jumped on yesterday, and I tried to do some hunting, and like I said, the stream was just so horrible. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So that's why I was going to do a quick test. I need an oil pan, though. Oh, first I got to put the rod caps on. How many do I need? I probably need 5, don't I? Crankshaft bearing? Crankshaft bearing caps? Oh, man. I can't tell how many I need. I need all 3. Crankshaft bearing caps. All 3 of them. Kind of think I should just pull the engine out, rebuild it on the stand. It's a lot easier. But I think that's probably the point, right? Is to try and... We need 3 of those. $6 each. Do I need 6 bearing caps? I don't think. 1, oop, 2, and then it looks like the rod caps we don't have. Well, it does look like we have some, so we're gonna have to try and figure out how many we need. Oh yeah, very cool. Need 1 here, 2 here, so that's 3. And then 2 here, that's 5. So I need 5 rod caps, which is how many. I should have known that because I had to get 5 pistons rod caps. 5 rod caps. And then we should be able to put an oil pan on that, which is going to be much better. Yeah, so the story mission on this is that I guess the guy buys the car and people have been using it as a parts car. And you're like, I mean, you look at the outside of this thing and it's beautiful and you're like, who would take this beautiful car and use it for parts? All right, let's see here. Rod cap. Yeah, there we go. Oil pan V8 OHV. The creak of the door. Cheese it, we're in trouble. Oil pan OHV. V8 OHV. No. Where are we at? Right there. Boom. Thank you. Yeah. All right, so all of this is engine bay. I think even the all right, let's drop her. I think we were good as far as underneath goes as I dropped the car on my head. All right. Engine heads, V8 OHV. All right, let's grab 2 of those. Engine head OHV, V8 OHV. Of course. Engine head, V8 OHV. Take cover. Flew right past it. Two. Oop. Rushing too quickly. Just type how? What do you mean, partner? Let's see. All right. Intake manifold 2 carb. Oh yeah, yeah. I should. I like this scroll though. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I'm starting to get a little bit better because I kind of do a little bit of both. Intake manifold 2 carb. Intake manifold 2 carb. That one right there. I passed it. All right. Intake manifold 2 carb. Yeah. All right. So we're going to need 16 push rods, right? Valve push rods. Yeah. Not special push rods, just the typical valve push rods, VALVE. The other thing, and I'm going to be honest with you, because now that we're friends, I don't spell well, so I try to disguise that by scrolling through everything. So if you see me scrolling through stuff, more than likely it's because I'm not positive I know how to spell it properly. So just going to keep it real with you, man. That's all. All right. So this isn't going too bad. Like I say, it's not in bad condition. It would be one thing if the parts I had to start with were all junk, you know, and then I would have had to really rebuild it. But I have gotten to the point where I do prefer. Actually, I can just hit the enter button too. I don't have to keep running back. May help with speed things up just a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's a little. Yeah, something happens to us when we go to older, man. We start to lose it. What do we got? Rockers, right? Rocker arms, Same thing, we're going to need 16 of those, 2 each cylinder, 8 cylinders, so we'll go 16 of those. Alright, we're going to get this going here. Let's start in the back since the servo is in the way. Alright. Alright. Well, now I'm going to have to wait a little while before I jump on and do my Call of the Wild. So you better be watching, man. You better be watching now. Got me taking care of this car over here. Alright, so we did that. We're going to do that over here now. And, alright, we can do that. Alright. Alright, so I'm interested in seeing what we're building here because I didn't realize it was going to have 2 carbs on it. But that's pretty cool. Engine heads. Never would I do that. I would never threaten anybody. No way. Engine head cover A. I think I have a B that I didn't realize I had, so I wound up buying another one. I do. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to save a couple bucks there. Engine head cover A we need. Engine head cover A. Okay, engine head cover A. No. No. There it is. Boom. All right. Okay, so that buttons that up pretty good. 2 exhaust manifolds and then 2 carburetors. But then I think for the most part that will be done. Exhaust manifolds. V8 OHV, right? V6. V8 OHV. We need 2 of those. Okay. All right. Okay. That's going to be the problem. When we get up front, we got to start doing all the timing gears and all that stuff. That's where it starts to slow down. We'll need 8 sparky plugs. No, Pete. Sparks. Need 8 of those. 8. Got it. Come in here. All right. Yeah, that's where we'll slow down is when we get to the front. We got to start doing the... Okay. Yeah, I typically, that's what I like to do too. I probably should have pulled this out and just did that because it would have been a lot simpler. But, yeah, I don't know. It was, okay, we need 2 carburetor 4 barrels. I know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spoken like a true boss. Never slow down. Carb is money. Time is money. 4-barrel carburetor. I need 2 of those. I'm going to jump those in. All right, we're going to need a brake servo, round air filter base, 2 carb. I think I'm going to throw the brake servo in there first just to get it done, right? Brakes. Brake servo. It's not in here, so we got to go to engine. Hey, yeah, just like my buddy said, just type it in the search bar, man. Just type it in the search bar. You're killing me. All right. Here we go. Brake servo can go in. Distributor cap and a battery. Do I have a battery on the charger? No, I don't. Do I have a battery in my inventory? No, I don't. Okay. So I need a battery. Battery. Ignition, distributor cap, and I think wires, and then I think that part's done, right? Ignition wires, yeah, and then we're just, yeah, and a round air filter base, 2 carb. Round air filter base, 2 carb. Round. I am. Oh, and it's okay. You're right. You're right. You're right. And I do tend to overlook the starter all the time. I don't know why, but yeah, it's. And we need a filter, and we need the cover. You're right. I'm going to need a starter. I forgot all about it. Actually, I think it's got a starter. I think I checked that. Yeah, it's got a starter. Starter V8. All right. Ignition. That's all right. We all do it sometimes, and I do. But you hit the nail on the head. I don't know how you knew, but I do tend to forget the starter. Even when I'm doing like repair work, I'll pull it off so that I can, I can work on the gearbox, and I forget all about putting it back on. And so I go to end the work, and they'll say, well, there's no V8 right there. That's what I'm looking for. I need clip B, right? 2 clip Bs. 2. We're gonna have to put oil in it too, but I think we're getting pretty close. Not bad for a day's work, Guy brings it in, and it's hardly even a vehicle, and now all of a sudden it's got an engine in it. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some work down here. So we need a power steering pump V8 and an alternator. Okay, power steering pump and an alternator. Power steering pump V8. There she is. And we'll go alternator. Alt. Alternator. All right, so there's the alternator. Get that in there. Power steering pump. think we're doing all right. So we just need to cover. We don't... Okay, cool. I thought we were going to have to do more, but... Timing cover for a V8 overhead valve. Timing cover. And it looks... not like these. Looks like... Am I not seeing? Why am I not seeing it? V6, V12. It's kind of like this. There it is. Okay, I was going to say it's kind of like that one, but that Ford does not go on this engine. I know that. I know that. I'm not that crazy. Water pump. Yeah, water pump V8 overhead valve. Okay. This thing really was stripped for parts. And I don't understand that because it is a very nice looking car. It's hard because that's the opposite side. I'm looking for the front, the front of it. And it kind of shows you the back. This part goes against the engine, so it's like, you know, I'm looking for this part. Where's this part? Oops. And water pump pulley and a crankshaft pulley. So if I type in pulley, which I'm more than likely going to spell wrong, P-U-L-L-E-Y, right? Pulley. Ah, cool. I need a water pump pulley, just standard, and a crankshaft pulley for a V8 OHV. There we go. All right. We need a fan and a couple of belts, but I think ultimately this job is getting done. Serpentine belt B and serpentine belt A. V8 overhead valve. B-E-L-T. Serpentine belt A. Serpentine belt A, V8 OHV. No, that's a C. V8 OHV C. There's A. And B is going to be right there. Cool. Cool. Yep. A radiator fan. Yeah, I think we're getting close, huh? Oh, we're going to need an air cleaner too. Radiator fan for a V8 OHV. You were right, man. Fan. I probably should have picked it up when you told me. I don't know why I spaced on it. I'm like, oh yeah, we need one of those. But I'm not going to get one just yet. I don't know why I did that. All right, let's see here. 100%. I think we need an air cleaner, don't we? Oh, we got one. It's up here. That looks like everything. Look at that. We ran through that pretty quick, didn't we? Thanks, man. The one thing we do need to do is we need to put some oil in it. So we're going to come back here. Move the oil plug. All right, here we go. Oh no. I didn't put a what did I forget? I forgot the oil filter, man. No, there's one on there. Okay, cool. But I did not change it, so I don't know if it's going to count that. Change oil. Drain old and refill with new. Didn't have any in it, so I didn't really have to drain any. Step back, take a nice look at this beautiful vehicle. It is a nice looking car. And again, we got all of this, all green check marks. That's all good to go. All right, we got that done. Let's move it. First, we got to drop it to the floor. Move her over to Bay 1 and give the client a call. Let them know they can come pick up their car. Finish. The sound of the cash register. Where am I at? I'm at 48. So I don't think I can actually, there's only one more level up I can do. I have 10 skill points. The last level up is here. Good to be lucky. But I have to be a level 50 in order to be able to get it. So let's go to 100,000. Man, I told you I got other stuff to do. You know what? I'm going to grab. I will check that. I'm going to grab the. What do we got? 143. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab this one. 1 and 2. So we're going to put this over at lift 2. I'm going to put this at lift 3. I'm going to grab that one. And we're going to grab that one. There you go. All right, so this is what the shop will look like next time we come back. We're going to close up for the night, and we'll be back next time. Like I say, keep an eye out. I'm going to have to take a minute or two, so it's not going to be right away, but I am going to come back and do some Hunter Call of the Wild and be on New England, what is it, New England Mountains, New England Forest, New England, I don't know, New England something. But I will be back to test that out. Yeah. Okay, so if I don't have luck with Code 2, I'll be back on Car Mechanic Sim. I do enjoy this game. I wanted to get 2021. It was just on sale. Unfortunately, I was too late. So next sale, I'm going to pick up 2021. But thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you. And like I say, hopefully we'll see you in a little bit. If not, be safe, be well, be good. We'll see you next time. Okay? Bye-bye.